Yo, it's Rumeal here, and welcome to another episode of Inebriated Genius Podcast. Back for another week, ready to kick this shit off. My guest was kind of late, so, might be kind of speeding through some shit a little bit. Got my man Shad here from the Uncool Urban Podcast. What's good, my boy?
Man, what's good?
Nothing, man.
My bad for being late.
Oh, it's all good.
There's a lot going on this week. This has been a long week.
It's all good, man. I just got to say, Smiles kind of set me up. You said 4:30, then you hit me and said 20 minutes.
Because I said that, it was, like I said, it's been a lot going on. And then he went to go pick up a comic book, and he went to have lunch. I was like, all right, dog.
You left all that part out.
Yeah, he was living his life. But he also, in his defense, he was also doing recording because, again, we always working.
Okay.
So
it's all good. That's my man. So he'll get a pass for it.
Yeah, that's how I felt too when I was like looked at him. I was like,
yeah,
all right.
I ain't seen y'all boys since we did the episode in the other room.
Yep,
in the big room.
In the big room,
the tongue tears episode. So you know how long ago that was when people were still licking ice cream back then.
Yeah, they sure was.
So that's how that whole concept came about. What y'all boys been up to, man?
Oh man, recently we got the state rep episode.
Mm-hmm.
It really got brothers talking because even the ones that don't vote was like, you know what, you almost consider me to vote.
Almost.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to almost consider you to do something that you should be doing.
You can lead a horse to water, and you know the rest.
Yeah. Oh, but let me, because I seen the rep. Will they comment on her actual message, or they comment on her? Because I've been on
message.
I've been on both sides of the fence when it comes to having women on. Because boys will.
It was the message.
Okay. Because I want to know. Because boys will definitely bypass the message only to look at.
Because she did say she was 39 and single.
Because she look a certain way.
Yes, sir.
So I've had boys definitely hit me up. Don't tell me nothing about what they heard. It's only about.
Did you see her though?
Yeah, like.
Did you hear her voice?
Where you fire her at? That's the type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I did that cover a little too good. I was like, yeah, she looked nice on this cover.
I was like, bro, did you listen to any of the hour and a half that we was talking? Like, I'm gonna get to that part. Yeah.
But first, with that number, I got the number. I'm
she
like,
single?
Nah. She said in the episode she's single.
Was she 39?
Yeah.
I got sisters around that age. Shit. I'm just 30. But you know what I'm saying? That's in that realm.
Me too.
Y'all got that episode. I didn't realize y'all didn't have that y'all was still low on the episode count.
Yeah, we're still under 70, I believe.
I was like,
the main pod is barely 30. That's just
you know what I'm saying?
the 31st episode.
I thought y'all was up here where I'm in the closest, about to knock on 80. And I'm thinking y'all up, you know what I'm saying, up there, but y'all also have a subcategory as well for.
Yeah, we got 3 shows.
So that probably, if accumulation would add up to.
Yeah, it's up to set. It's it should be about 70 now.
How do you maintain having 3 shows like that?
First of all, it's easy because I'm only on 2 of them. It's easy when it's Shy versus Smiles, the main pod, and then Music Impulse, which is what Josh does, which he is killing. He has guest after guest after guest. So that's pretty easy.
Credible guests at that as well.
Credible guests.
That's very important for anybody that's podcast, not to a certain number. Credible guests makes things go.
He has real artists.
Yeah, real credible people. Because after a certain number, if you're real serious about this, you step aside from a good majority of just your people, your friends that you kick it with.
Yeah, MC such and such don't make it to the show no more.
Yeah, you know how many people can I come on? In the early days, I was like, well, hell
Your cousin baby daddy who got 1 song out on SoundCloud, he can't make it no more.
Yeah, but in the early days, I was like, come on. Yeah. Now it's
for sure.
It's definitely got to do a better job at vetting before anybody could just hop on that at this point.
Yeah, look, like I said, you got 1 song on SoundCloud that's probably 5 years old, you can't make the show no more.
No, you got to be dropping some.
You got to be dropping heat. You got to be dropping tapes. And more than just your family has heard it.
You ain't even got to be good, in my opinion. You just have
you
to
doing numbers? Oh yeah.
You can have to be consistent with yours. You can drop a song every week. It could be trash every week, but at some point, somebody's gonna be like, "Yo,
that
this
beat
shit ain't
crazy.
half bad, or that beat crazy, or I like that pattern, or I like that whatever the fuck you doing. Like somebody's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with this
For this one guy.
Yeah, for this, or for just this one bar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I might not never get him to be on this podcast after this, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. I remember when Dero came out. When Ice Cream Paint Job first hit, I was in 08, 09?
Yeah.
I was in college. I thought that was a horrible song. I thought the beat was crazy because then Wayne took it for No Ceilings and did what he did on it.
And the video was nice.
So I'm like, because my nephew was like, love this song. He was like, bro, this is the shit. I'm like,
because it was some nursery rhyme shit.
I was like, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? He did have like 2 bars there that I fuck with. Like the first words are yeah, buddy. I was like, okay,
buddy.
I like the way that was delivered.
Like a big shot.
I like the way that was delivered. Right. And then the next one was rearview mirror, jumbo dice, trunk hit hard like Kimbo Slice. I was like, okay,
bars. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you caught me.
I ain't got to hear shit else from this song. But that right there does it for me. Yeah, buddy, in the Kimbo Slice bar.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's like
the hook. Yeah.
Then Wayne took it and it's like, okay, I don't know what the road talking about no more. This is Wayne's beat. Same thing happened with Drake's beat 4 a.m. in Calabasas when Big Crit took it, 4 p.m. at the Capitol. Never heard Drake's version. And I don't feel the need to.
Yeah, you don't.
Don't feel the need to listen to that shit at all. Because Big Crit did exactly what I needed him to do, which was kill some shit.
Yeah.
Which I need some new Crit. If you can hear me out there.
Please, Crit. Yeah. Definitely need some new Crit.
Where we want to start at? Election is a few days away. How do you feel?
Okay. I'm going to say it again. We got an episode. We got an episode out with the state representative, Jasmine Crockett. Go listen to that. How do I honestly feel? I mean, I ain't never felt so against the wall before. Like, I already voted.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still like, I didn't. This is the first time I like left the voting booth and was like, what did I just do? It felt like a bad first date, really. I was like, man, why'd I go out with this chick, bro? That's what it felt like.
Sound like you voted for Trump or something.
And I mean, the other choices weren't any better, but I ain't. Look, it ain't never gonna get that bad.
Oh, okay. I was about to say we was about to go down this list. I mean, to me, honestly, perfectly, I really don't care who you vote for the most part. Yeah. But just don't kick me no bullshit when you tell me why. Like, if you
man, I have never heard a legit reason for a Trump supporter.
There's only one. Well, 2 you're gonna hear from black Trump supporters at that is criminal justice, and possibly he's done more for black people than anything. Now, granted, I'm still trying to figure out what that is.
What that is, yes.
I'm still trying to pull back those layers that I can't find anything as far as what the fuck that actually looks like.
Besides showcasing black people?
Bro, I got to give it to the nigga. Like, I got to give it to Donald Trump like 100%. The boy know how to drop a photo op like nobody else.
Yes.
His marketing skills is impeccable.
And you wonder how he went bankrupt. I said, if you this cold at marketing, you should have never went broke.
Bro, he been sued so many times, whether it's through racial discrimination, whether it's through malpractice or some shit, whether it's through fucking sexual assault allegations. Like, it's just so much. But some kind of way, the
John Gotti of presidents,
the man that has been on the receiving end of a stone cold stunner is leading our country straight to hell.
And he got to shave Vince McMahon head bald with Bobby Lashley.
And he found out what the bottom line was because Stone Cold said so.
Man.
This is the dude that's literally running our fucking country.
Reality TV show star.
He running our country like a business. And now apparently if nobody else understood what Donald Trump is and was, a failure.
Yeah.
He along with a bunch of other people has made being mediocre and white amazing to this country. It is amazing.
But you got to think about like what Chris Rock used to say.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That a white man can walk to something that a brother got to run to.
Nah, I'm thinking about the Chris Rock on. He said, it ain't no white man in here to trade places with me, and I'm rich.
And I'm rich. That's facts.
He said, ain't no one-legged busboy that'll switch places with me. He was like, shit, I'm just going to ride this white thing out.
Till the wheels fall off.
Man, that's some bullshit. But I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want to believe the polls, but I do want to believe the polls at the same time. I don't want to believe them because of PTSD from 2016. I do want to believe them because early voting turnout is record breaking. Basically, I mean, of course, COVID is involved in that as well, which cases are continuously going up. So stay y'all ass at home.
Please do.
I've been out once since COVID. I don't think I'm missing anything.
You're not missing anything. And I'm sitting up there like, y'all really like, I know I keep seeing Halloween parties going on.
Sectionals are still expensive.
Yes.
Hookah is still blowing the same. The flavors are not changing.
And y'all was in a pool.
I ain't been in no pools.
With no mask.
I ain't gonna lie. Partying with a mask on is very inconvenient.
It really is.
I ain't gonna lie.
But then they just love like ripping the mask off and they like, hey, you want to go? Nah, I'm good.
I walked up in a couple spots with the mask on midway through after a few drinks. That bitch was in my pocket somewhere.
I used to wrap mine around my wrist and I was like, yeah.
This shit difficult, bro. Like you can't be, bro. You cannot wrap dreams and nightmares with a motherfucking mask on.
Hold on, wait a minute. You like,
yeah, and get the same effect because you already know certain clubs. Like if you're a DJ out there, you have to play the full intro up into you know what I'm saying. You take off from dreams and nightmares. I've seen some DJ just drop the hold up, wait a minute part. Like, nah, that's not the same. That build up is
you
legendary.
need that. Yeah, you need the whole what was it, Lil Mouse or whatever he said. Yeah, you need the whole little first verse.
Yeah, you need that. Like it's pretty. It's just like dropping March Madness without Future saying dress it up and make it real for me. It don't hit the same. Like certain really shit don't smack the same unless you do it right. Hopefully.
I gotta shout you out for this Jim Beam because this is smooth.
Oh man, I've had this before, but you know what I'm saying. You're the first person that requested it, so I felt like I had to go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, see. And I just for the visual, I brought my own glass.
You did. I appreciate that. I'm using these definitely sponsored Podcast Suite cups. You know what I'm saying? Definitely using those. What I wanted to get into first. Hopefully, Joe Biden wins because the reason I think a lot of people support Joe Biden, black, white, or indifferent, is I honestly believe when he puts the right team around him, we actually have a chance to get some shit done.
Yeah.
Like I think real criminal justice reform will be passed. I think a new stimulus package will be passed. Like you flip the house, shit going down. Donald Trump might be going to jail if they flip that fucking house. Just want to be honest.
Facts.
He might be going to jail.
But now my thing is this. It's just the like Obama factor for some, and I'm like, you gotta do your research a little further than that.
Because if we being honest, like if he'd have ran in 2016, it would have been a wash.
Yeah.
Because he still had that Obama stamp of approval on him before you can actually deep dive into his, you know what I'm saying, some of his policies that he'd made.
Yeah.
Like, he catch hell for the crime bill. He and Hillary Clinton caught the most hell, more hell than the person that actually signed off on it, which was Bill Clinton.
Yeah. All she said was super predators, and we're like, remember when you said this back in 92?
Yeah. And Bill actually passed that motherfucker. But the crime bill it was a good and a bad thing at the same well. There were certain things in there that was needed. There was some things in there that wouldn't need it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, overall it basically was a compromise. Because if we're being honest, the crime bill was a overcorrection from the war on drugs that Nixon started when he got impeached, that Reagan continued upon. And when he left, motherfucking the first GW, George Washington even drilled home even more. And then Clinton came after the crack epidemic in 92. So he was responsible for trying to clean up all that shit when crime was still going here. Boys was making millions in the streets.
Yep.
So, and all black cities
like
was
streets
suffering.
Was hot, yeah.
So the trap was jumping.
Cause it don't matter if like Oak Cliff or Oakland. Like when I went to visit my family in California, I was like, dang, it's exactly the same as like back home. I'm talking about like exactly back home. All you saw was like gold jewelry and Raiders jackets in both places.
Yeah, man, Raiders was part of the culture back then.
Yeah, so I was like, dang.
Everybody wanted to be like NWA.
Exactly. And they was doing it. But that was the whole thing, though. I was just like, the hood was the hood.
And boys was making money in the hood. So
they was making loot.
And we have to be honest, we have a fucking weird relationship with drugs in the black community. Because it's like, yeah, a lot of boys that we praise, that we fuck with, made a bunch of money off of it. But they sold the shit to their own community in the same time.
Because you saw the fiends out, and I saw the fiends out in both places.
Yeah.
And it'll be people like, that went to school like with my parents or like my aunts and uncles or.
My pop sold drugs.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I think you said that like on our first day.
Yeah,
we came
like,
up
nigga,
in
I literally grew up in a trap. Like, niggas don't let these 2 degrees and this decent talking English fool you. I grew up in a fucking trap.
Oh man, you grew up like what was it, Menace to Society? What was his name?
Shit, sometimes I feel like Esquire.
In Mechanicsville.
Yeah, I feel like fucking Esquire sometimes, man. From ATL, that's probably the only ATL reference you'll ever get on this podcast, by the way. As well.
That's the only Jackie Long reference they ever gonna hear.
Hey man, I fuck with Jackie Long from Real Husbands of Hollywood. I fucks with Jackie Long, man.
Underrated for sure.
Very much. I love Jackie Long, man.
Tyron Turner. Why can't I think of his name? Like every time I think about Menace to Society, I think about old dog Kane.
Yeah,
that's like you was really living like Kane.
Nah, man. I understood what it was early. I just hated that my pops tried to hide it. But you know what I'm saying? I listen to rap music.
You was like, I know exactly what you're doing.
I know what this is. Yeah.
Short Dog talked about what you doing, bro.
Master P talk about this shit all the time. Cash Money talked about this shit all the time. Then, you know what I'm saying? Being from the South, you really didn't get exposed to East Coast and West Coast music like that until you traveled. Luckily, I've been coming to Texas damn near every summer since I was 6. So I got a lot of
pocket full of stones.
I got all that Texas shit.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, Texas radio play everything.
Yep.
Like Louisiana, you mostly getting Texas, Louisiana shit or like real popping other places shit. And then Rap City was also like the equalizer.
Yeah.
If
you had cable.
Yeah, you had cable. Rap City was the move, like, because TRL was only playing like popular shit.
Yeah, they was
Rap
playing
City
Britney
was playing
Spears
that grimy shit.
Britney Spears and NSYNC and whatnot, and Sugar Ray. For people who remember Sugar Ray,
all Shrek theme songs.
Yeah,
all the fuck that was.
Was it Smash Mouth, whatever it was.
All Star, that shit got played so much.
Man, they played that at baseball games, basketball games. I couldn't escape that song for like 2 summers. I hate it to the point like now when I hear it, I just flip the channel. Like I'm like, I hate this song.
Then you got niece and nephews that fall in love with some of these same old ass movies. So
and the whitest songs that you could think of. I'm like, y'all kids.
That's what diversified us though, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I fucks with a lot of music from back then.
3 Days Grace and stuff like that. I fuck
with some music like that, nigga. Like the Backstreet go hard.
Yeah.
The niggas don't give Backstreet credit.
I was like, how you think you got JT in the first place?
Backstreet and NSYNC was the first white boys on BET.
Yep, they had Gone.
What?
Gone was on there for like 6 weeks?
It
was number 1.
Man. Gone was hard. Okay, what nobody say.
So what was it?
Anybody down to do 5-part harmony with Gone with me? Holla at your boy.
For real. I'll be there too.
I'm about that shit, man. Gone is hard.
Look, you'll be JT, I'll be JC.
I ain't falling fucking be Chris. It don't make me none. Gone is hard, cuz.
You say you be Joey for that one.
What? I will, man. Anybody that's willing to get down with me, your boy. Man, it's Halloween.
Hey, you want to be Lance? Hey.
No, I don't want to be Lance. I'm cool.
You cool being Lance?
I'm cool on Lance Bass.
You don't want to be an astronaut?
No, I want to be real representation for that one. Some real representation when it comes to being Lance Bass.
That's all I'm going to say about Lance. You don't want to be an astronaut, man.
Probably be the last Lance Bass reference, though. No, we ain't got nothing against Lance Bass, but that's the only thing we're going to talk about.
That's all we're going to say about Lance Bass.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, went to space too. One time.
Did you have anything planned for Halloween night or just going back home?
Man, nah. What am I going to go out for?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
I'm 30. I can't go trick or treating. I ain't trying to catch no COVID. Hanging out with folks.
I got candy to give away, but people normally don't knock on my door. So you know what happens when you leave candy around me. In the words of the great Martin Lawrence from Blue Street, I'm gonna chomp it up. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. Blue Street was all before I left. Actually,
this the joint though. Like with me, it's the same thing. Like I probably we stopped giving away candy because 4 kids will show up. That's about it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. When you go to a house that ain't had a lot of people that come through, like in the later hours, they hook your ass up.
Yeah.
I remember one year, this little kid came by, him and his grandma. I had like a big ass bowl full of candy. Nobody else came by. Gave that boy like 2 big ass handfuls. It's like, you ain't even got to go nowhere else, really.
I done hooked you up.
I already got a variety of shit, so you got everything you want in this bitch, from the chocolate to the sweet. You good, my boy. You going on home.
You done for the night.
You really are.
But nah, that was like always my thing though. Like the kids would be like, trick or treat. Now I'll give them a few. And then also I'm left with this big ass bowl of candy. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, I had a whole idea for Halloween for my costume, but I just couldn't pull it off in time. My Halloween costume was gonna be Hustle Man from Martin when he performed "Pick Up the Pieces" in the office.
With the kazoo.
I couldn't find a saxophone, a toy one that was gonna get here fast enough, and the kazoo, because you can't do it without strapping the kazoo to the saxophone. Like I saw
you tapping your feet.
Yeah, I see y'all tapping y'all feet. I tapped my feet a little bit on "Pick Up the Pieces." That did that a little bit. I had I had the jacket at the crib. I had the sweats. I was gonna put a belt around.
Oh, you had the trench coat.
I had the whole jacket. I was ready, man. I had the tie with the t-shirt. I just didn't get. I had found some shades at the crib that was gonna work. Just couldn't get them bitches because I ain't get the saxophone in time.
Man, that would have been a cold costume.
That might be one for next year though. I was like, Hustle Man was like my thought the whole year. It was either gonna be that one or the one he was playing in Martin and Gina wedding. I got a striped blazer at the crib just like that.
When he had the plastic flowers, he told me you could beat them, you could do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, those will be dead by the time you say I do. So
he had chitlin loaf.
Nah, I ain't had no chitlin loaf. That's what I don't have. I had no basil or no chitlin loaf.
Nah, that video had me dead. He said, "This is my video." He was like, "Wait a minute." Yeah, he showed a whole flick. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, we do honeymoons too. Quickly, want to go ahead and do this. Shout out to the motherfuckers I've been shouting out. Hopefully, I'll work with them at some point, which I plan to do if I ever get the opportunity. It's the 85 South Podcast. Carlos, Chico,
they killed it with the Hip Hop Awards.
And DC with the BET Hip Hop Awards. They got something that cannot be replicated. They got something that's very unique to them, and they got something that's extremely unique to us as a culture as well. They can't be replicated nowhere else, and it's great.
And if y'all never seen them live, please go see them.
I want
live. It is an experience.
Carlos definitely will tweet you back if you tweet him.
Yeah,
he will retweet you. I shot him an idea for a 85 South TV show. I don't know if he ever took heed to it, but if they ever make it, I do want some credit.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, Rumeal said that, man.
Definitely hit him with the idea.
That's how they did the Hip Hop Awards. It was like, yeah, it would work as a TV show.
They did it at their studio. Carlos Cars, like their interaction with people is like they could lead a whole, like they could break up and still be great individually. Like my opinion, I think Carlos should host a revival of Comic View.
Oh yeah,
honestly, that's what I think.
Carlos Miller cold.
I think Chico would be great if he did like late night, or if he wanted to do like if they wanted to bring back Team Summit. And DC would be great if they wanted to bring back 106.
DC is just cold. Period. Like he funny. He's actually a really good actor. If you've ever seen any of the projects he was in,
I wasn't a fan of DC out the gate. Just being from the Vine days. No, I was not. I wasn't a fan of DC. At all. I fell in love with Chico and Carlos because of Old School Rap Battle.
Oh yeah, they killed it with the voices. But now back to DC though.
I wasn't a fan of DC early on.
Well, for me, it was definitely like Wildin' Out.
Yeah, that's what pushed him. I didn't even like those roasts. I didn't think those roasts was funny.
Wow.
No, I grade comedy on a very harsh level. I'm very critical.
We finna go there.
Yeah.
So who do you think is funny? Let's go there.
What do you mean, like who do I think is funny?
Who do you think like give me like top 3 comedians?
Well, like now, all time.
All time.
Are we talking about on that stage? Chris, Dave, Pryor. On stage.
Okay. Chris, yeah. Dave Chappelle. I'll move him to like 4th. I'll put Eddie up there.
I can't give Eddie that because Eddie only gave me a small sample size.
He only gave you 2?
He only gave me Raw, the lyrics, but he gave me a couple of comedy albums. But Eddie material didn't age well being in this era.
Raw, Like, no, I looked at Delirious recently. That didn't age well.
That's what I'm saying.
Now Raw did. Raw classic.
Raw was on last night, actually. I think I read like the last 15, 20 minutes of Raw.
But like, oh, no. I replaced Eddie with Martin. Because You So Crazy is still hilarious.
You So Crazy, but a lot of people didn't give Martin his credit as a stand-up until Run Tell That.
Yeah, and I hated that.
Which is crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Because, of course, that was only because of the movies and the show. But I was sitting there like, nah, if you actually listen to his tapes, listen to his albums.
Yeah, like talking shit, like the comedy album.
If you listen to his albums and you look at You So Crazy, that's why he's still like revered, not just as an actor, but as a comedian too. So when I tell people, I'm like, man, I miss when Martin was really out here. Like, he's trying to, like, I hate he's just hosting.
But it works for him though, because that was his Def Jam background.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of material that they got away with back then won't fly now. On camera, that's what I'm putting it, like on camera it won't fly.
Yeah.
But on those, that's why Dave Chappelle do a lot of closed door sets, no phones, no cameras type shit. Like, you can get away with certain
saying
shit like
and doing everything.
But the best comedic actor on film, hands down, is Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah.
There's no comparison anywhere.
I mean, he got some misses. Like Pluto Nash was like.
But when you miss, you gotta miss like he hit though.
What was the quote unquote drama he did, Mr. Church?
I never watched that.
I hated that. Don't watch. Yeah, it's not worth your time.
I like Dramatic Eddie, but I don't like Dramatic Eddie. If that makes sense.
It wasn't worth. The only time I liked Dramatic Eddie was Boomerang.
Hey,
that's my favorite movie.
If you listen to this podcast, if you listen from like the early days or recently, my entire adult picture growing up was Marcus Graham. That's what I thought the epitome of a man was growing up.
Because he had everything.
Was Marcus Graham. Marcus Graham was he
had the dope crib.
He had a fire ass crib. And that was a motherfucking looked like a studio damn near New York.
Fire ass and I'm crib. Still wondering how big that place really was.
Yeah, we only got the living room.
Because it had the living room, but then when they showed the kitchen was huge. Then when they showed everybody coming in, I'm like, they were coming in through a corner. I'm like, how big is this fool's crib?
Then you had like the balcony where Tisha was hating and shit.
Yeah, and he had like the view of New York. I was like
he had a fire ass crib. Okay,
he was always dressed to the nines.
That's one thing you as a dude you want a fire ass crib. Like you said, the wardrobe fire for those times.
I don't know why they showed this up close, but his fade was impeccable. He had the S curl on lock. Like you look like I don't know why they always zoomed in on his hair. Like they showed the grains. His stuff was slicked back. Like he almost had the Harlem Night joint.
Nothing out of place.
Nothing out of place.
Eddie had a fire ass career, VP of marketing.
Yeah,
I got a whole degree. I got a whole master's in marketing because of Marcus Graham.
I feel you. I like that.
And to top it off, he had money, and he had badass women
at arm's reach.
His disposal. He turned down Tisha, and Tisha was bad.
Yep. He said we went out. It was whack.
Favorite line?
No. The best one was when him and Angela broke up, and she invited him for coffee. You remember what he said? How he turned her down?
Oh yeah, she was like, "Would you want to come in and have a cup of coffee?"
He said, "I wouldn't come in even if Jesus was pouring it."
Not if Jesus was pouring it. Nah, fam, that shit just don't work like that. But you gotta think all that, and you know what I'm saying. He was like, if you want to do it in this era, he had clout. If that's the shit you want to base some shit on. Like everybody knew Marcus in that building, and his boys worked in the building, so of course he was putting them on.
Speaking of some, the top 3 was in that movie. The top 3 comedians was in that movie. Him, Martin, and Chris.
Yep. That's all one movie. And Chris was a side character.
Underrated, David Allen Greer.
Talking about as a comedic actor?
As just a funny person.
Yeah, he's very
the only time, because I see why it failed, was Chocolate News.
Talking about his TV show?
Yeah, because it was a niche show. And I was like, man,
niche shows on certain networks don't work out.
Because I'm like, after Obama leave, what you gonna do? His funniest skit will always I'm not talking about in Living Color. His funniest skit will always be when he does Maya Angelou. Like when he did when he did it on SNL, when he did the commercials, like Maya Angelou for Fruit Loops, Pennzoil, what was it, Butterfingers?
Dr. Maya Angelou.
For Pennzoil. Pennzoil, change oil every 10,000 miles.
I like when they used to do the home Ricky Smiley too.
Yeah.
I know why the cage bird sings. Yeah, but I know why the hit dog barks. Like, what? Fuck out of here. But yeah, man, Marcus was like the gold standard for me, you know what I'm saying, at that point. Even with all the fuck shit that was going on around him.
Yeah.
Knocking off Lady Eloise and shit like that.
Rest in peace, Eartha Kitt.
That shit don't work now either. That shit would have came out so fast. Like, I love the days where she used to happen in the dark and nobody found out about it. Like, only people that knew about...
Man, he knocked off Eartha Kitt. He knocked off Catwoman.
He did. Only people that knew about that was him and Jacqueline found out just by default.
He was like, oh, just because she said she ain't had no drawers on me, don't mean I hit it.
It's warm in here. like Boomerang's one of my favorite movies.
Grace
like,
Jones was in that joint. Man, it's just a whole bunch of like,
black
that's
icons.
The thing I liked about that movie. It was so many black icons.
And everything, movie. Like even like if you want to look into the aesthetics of shit, like Company was black owned.
Oh, the killer part. It wasn't when they were on the roof making up. Like when Marcus and
Gerard.
Gerard and why do I always forget
Martin's name?
Martin's
character. Tyler.
When they were all sitting up there and then like the Empire State Building lit up.
Yeah.
Like before that, like when Marcus was looking at it, you notice it was like the Pan-African colors, right?
I'm saying like even like
it was aesthetically.
It was aesthetically black
for us.
Like everybody, like the head of marketing was black. The head of the company was black. It was a black.
The scientist was black.
Like, my man Lloyd. Oh, one of my favorite. We gotta stop talking about Boomerang.
We gonna end up. I said the whole show gonna be about Boomerang.
One of my favorite parts is when my man said, "I'm gonna blow it up. It's a nipple, cause I'm drooping."
That was
Melvin Van Peebles.
Van Peebles.
Mario Van Peebles pop. Like it's one of the best black movies ever.
And if you hate that movie, because I've had a lot of people tell me, "Dang, my favorite black movie." I'm like, nah, go back.
It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of.
It's the top.
It's definitely up there for me, just from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
As well. Like because like one thing I think that a lot of people are missing in Hollywood now, which I think Denzel has it. I think Chad was, rest in peace to him, was developing it, and Will has this like just being effortlessly cool. Like Eddie was just cool,
yeah.
Like he didn't do anything
80s and
extra.
90s Eddie was undefeated.
Like he didn't do anything extra. Just cool, like dark shades. You really don't know nothing about him. Moving all his friends, like it was the Black Pack with him, Robert Townsend, Arsenio, and Kenny Wayans.
Yeah.
Everybody was just cool, and he was putting people on at the same time.
And then like that even trickled down to the rest of the Wayans. Like we wouldn't have Mo Money, which.
Like I like Mo Money.
I mean, you want to say R.P. to Stacey Dash because they ain't the Stacey Dash no more.
That ain't King Magazine Stacey Dash.
Yeah,
it is not.
I don't know what Stacey Dash is out now. I don't know who that is.
Newly divorced MAGA wearing Stacey Dash.
Yeah, I don't know that lady. But we ain't finna take y'all down like Black cinema history.
Nah,
the movies are on Netflix. Y'all can watch them if y'all want.
Yeah, definitely. But back to what somebody actually called those them.
Yeah,
but. I think, like I tweeted even before this shit, before I even found out that they was hosting the Hip Hop Awards, I feel like they should be in line to host the regular BET Awards.
They should.
Like it should be, like this is the 5 people, the 5 acts I feel like should be hosting the BET Awards in the next 5 years. I had 85 South, I had Issa Rae,
okay,
I had Dave Chappelle, I had a reunion with AJ and Free to come back, just for the aesthetic purposes.
Okay.
And
I can see that.
I had one more, but I really can't. And I think Amanda Sid should definitely get a redo, just because it was virtual.
Yeah.
So I think because BT was black as fuck. It took it back to the original early days of when Sid and Deezus and Mero was my other
underrated.
I think those BT should definitely vet them for the next 5 to 6 years. Yeah. Honestly, because Deezus and Mero is going to continue to grow. 85 South is going to continue to grow. everybody's gonna.
But Bodega Boys, I mean, like for people who listen to that podcast, not just to look at the show, it's still solid. It's still funny. Like they've done a lot of great work since those Complex days.
Because the best hosts of anything are people who are socially in tune, but can also make you laugh.
Yeah, because like even their tweets are like on the button. Like they finna come out with a Timberland.
Yeah, I know. Like you gotta have people that's also not scared to go at other people that's in the crowd either.
There you go.
And I don't think none of those people I just named would hold back. Because they do it on a daily basis or on a weekly basis.
Especially 85 South in the Bodega Boys.
Like Chico, now granted, BET Awards have more like serious parts. Yeah. That's what Chico's for. If you need crowd work done, DC is going to do that. If you just need a flat out somebody that's going to kill some time and riff, Carlos can do that.
Yeah.
They bring their own band. They can do it all.
But Issa's just overall like great.
She's a powerhouse talent. Yeah,
like she's just like it's just the aesthetic of her. Like she just screams.
And she can play either
not
role.
Not just black womanhood, but black excellence overall.
And she can play any role. She can play the A mic. She can play the B mic. She can get in the writer's room. She can do it all. Like she'll be a part of the production as far as with, you know what I'm saying? Because she has done all that with Insecure, and then she has a production company.
And then her book, and then her YouTube series. Like she is bananas.
That's going to be the wave of next performers, hosts, people that's going to be leading if I don't know what the TV realm going to look like, but it's going to be people that's in this in this lane filling up those spaces, like the ones that's killing on YouTube. And if you have a podcast and a high YouTube following and you killing it, you're in line for something big. You just got to get the right people around you.
Yep.
Like that's the move moving forward. Like,
as long as you ain't on like Quibi or something.
Shit, even if you had a show on Quibi, if you ate it before it went down, yeah, you still good.
Because literally, they sent me the email December 1st. They out like no more.
I don't even know what I never got a chance to download because I just didn't get. I got the concept, but I didn't think that would work for me.
Like for me, I only got it because it was free. T-Mobile gave it to you for free, quote unquote 6 months. So the only thing I looked at on it was LeBron's I Promise series, and it was really hard because again, you just watching it on your phone. Oh, so they didn't have like an app that you can put on the TV? Nah, that's what killed it. Like you have to have that. Cause like it was unbearable, like because they were 7-minute episodes, it was 15 7-minute episodes, and you just kind of like just sitting there on your phone, killing your battery, trying to follow along in this series, and that's what made it suck. I don't like watching shit on my phone, to be honest with you. There you go. That's why I got an iPad and a MacBook. Me too. Like not a MacBook, I got a laptop. All the YouTube shit I watch on the motherfucking on the Mac on the the iPad. But like I don't like holding my phone and then having to because it strained my eyes as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I almost. But if you there was a few times where like I had to rewind it or I had to run it back because I was like I put my phone down. $2 billion. Like you should have been app developing. Yeah, you should throw that on the TV. Because this is the stupid part about it. All right, you have it vertical, you have it horizontal. Yeah. And then you can turn it vertical, and then like because if it was horizontal, it showed like 2 different angles. But if you flipped it, it just showed the wide screen. I said, this is so stupid. For all you children out there, that's called portrait and landscape. All you children out there that don't know what I'm saying, you don't pay attention to the vocabulary, you're spelling words. But yeah, like I thought that was so dumb how it was set up. I said, oh yeah, this is gonna fail. Before I knew it, boom, I saw the news. Damn. It's because it just was awkward holding your phone, and then you gotta like if you want to see everything, you gotta flip it. You can't like it's called Aircast, or you can just cast it to your TV. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work because who gonna be sitting there on their phone for hours on end trying to watch a television series? I ain't gonna lie, before I shut down, I would have called Apple or somebody and be like, yo, help us out. Buy this shit or something. Yeah. But that's $2 billion though that's down. Pretty much you can almost say down the drain for the most part. Because all the you gotta look at all the creators who were on it too. Like I said, Braun. Braun was on there. Lena Waithe had a show on there. Angela Rye was developing the show. Kev had a show on there. Yeah. I think like Chrissy Teigen had a show. Like
they did the right thing by going to get the names, but the direction of
was so whack.
It just didn't work out. I want to throw something quick out of here to get your opinion on something. Lisa Ray started her OnlyFans.
Yeah, I know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I know.
That didn't excite me, bro.
Man, I just sat there like,
I'm not gonna lie. That didn't excite me.
If this was a few years ago,
this was 98.
Yeah, I'd be geeked.
Even 06, 07.
Again, yeah, like this was all of us, Lisa Ray. I'd be a little geeked.
Lisa Ray, you 53.
I was like, what are you showing me?
I'm not, practicing ageism here.
But yeah.
But leave this one to the young girls out here. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm paying I think hers is like the high end of $20, $30.
I'm not paying that.
I'm not.
I just go watch Blood Club if I do that.
That's what I'm saying. You can watch it for free $99 if you got a Netflix,
you're streaming somewhere.
Hulu, or if you do it the American way. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got a Fire Stick. Somebody got the DVD. I'm not finna pay $20 to see
$20-$30 to see a 53-year-old Lisa Ray.
Yeah,
I still think she beautiful. She got it.
Badass woman.
She's been flawless for over 20-30 years. I don't know what she's doing, but she's doing it.
And I'm not just to put this in context either, I'm not paying $20-$25 either to see
something I've already seen.
A 54-year-old Halle Berry in that same manner. Just ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
They go for Taraji, they go for anybody else that's in that 50 plus. Leave this one to the young girls.
And I'm laughing because all of these women done either got breakups or divorces recently.
I mean, some young fella might be in prime position.
Because Taraji, yeah, she was engaged and everything. And I was like, why is she posting bikini pics? All of a sudden I found out she was no longer engaged. I said, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
She's throwing out the cougar trap.
Lisa, just listen to your boy.
Please.
You'll probably never see this, but
we sitting up there like, please.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Even if it's just tasteful photos, just leave it to the IG and make you some money off posting that way. Like, Lisa, you're a grandma now, man. That shit don't even smack the same.
Man, you don't even see Kai no more. Now, that's what I like.
Like, I don't even want to
Her daughter was fired to me.
I don't want to even go to Lisa Ray's page and be like, okay, OnlyFans link, and then I just scroll down, I see your grandbaby. That shit don't sit right with me.
You know what? That's what you gonna see. Or see her in the brat. Or see her in all white like she normally is.
Man, I get on motherfuckers easy.
I'm like, this is Instagram.
Anytime I see somebody with more than enough white on, I ask them why they dress like Lisa Ray.
Thank you.
I don't give a damn.
Me too.
I don't give a damn.
Especially if it's a lady. You
on social media, friends, anything. That's definitely gonna be my first question to you. Why the hell you dress like Lisa Ray? Like one of my homegirls almost blocked me for that exact question.
But you want to know why you wearing all white like Lisa Ray?
And it was so bad that before my comment on it, somebody be like, "Well, Mill coming. I hope you know if you dressing all white, he coming." Definitely was.
Like you ain't going to the Hamptons. You ain't hanging out with Diddy.
Definitely was. I forgot to mention this earlier, but I want to swing it back around to it. So Donald Trump had been having rallies as normal. Yeah. Like ain't shit happening. Granted, everybody from the CDC already said that his events are super spreader events. All his events are traced back to the super spreader events, starting from the White House, on one and up with everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So this motherfucker had an event not too long ago. What is it, like 2-3 days ago? The bus company that was supposed to take the people back to their cars didn't. So we had supporters stuck outside of the rally in 20 to 30 degree weather with no way back to their car. They had to walk 3 miles.
And that's y'all mans.
That's your mans, though. That's who you voted for.
That's all you can say. But that's your man.
That's the hill you dying on, bro.
I can't do it.
This is the first person I ever seen in my lifetime. Granted, I'm on 30 years old. So I've only been around for, 3-4 presidents?
From Bush.
First, 2 Bushes, Clinton, Obama.
Bush, Obama, Trump. And then Trump. So
5 presidents I've been around. I've never seen this type of gang-related activity when it comes to a president.
Like, they dying. Like, they willing to die for this man. Like, Herman Cain literally died for this man.
For a cause that he can't even be a part of.
Because this ain't for, and the people that's mad about, Biden's tax thing, bruh, stop capping. You are not making $400,000 a year. You ain't making that. No. Stop playing yourself. You're not finna be taxed, bro.
The only time working normal American people like me, I would say for the most part, see tax records like that when it's time for a bonus check at work. That's the only time that 40% coming out.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if you're not making a certain amount of money, you should just shut the fuck up.
Because what do you do? Like, oh no, you're not being affected. Like, come on,
niggas is upset about Biden's tax plan or the same type of women that need to shut the fuck up about Sweetie's Birkin. Like, those are conversations ain't for you.
Be happy with your Dooney and Burke.
Definitely have tricked one of them off before. Definitely have. Don't want to put that out there. Definitely trick one of them off.
There you go. Get your Dooney and Burke.
Best part.
Go to Macy's.
Definitely got Macy's. Definitely got a Macy's card. Definitely got my Star Rewards with 15% off.
You a Macy's girl? Chill out.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a Macy's girl straight out the mall. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it,
bro. Like,
but they talking Birkin. I said you didn't even know what a Birkin was till like what Cardi.
Man, Birkin's. I think the Kardashians when I first heard about that shit. Like,
Nah, this is the funny thing. First time I heard Birkin, I never really watched the show. Like, usually if I watch the show, it's to go to sleep.
What?
Keeping Up the Kardashians. I usually go to sleep.
Nigga,
man, that stuff like NyQuil, bro.
I just found out recently Birkin bag's been around since Girlfriends.
Didn't know.
Know what I'm saying? Like, I really seen that
it was an episode?
Yeah, like Tony had.
I'm about to look back.
Yeah, like, bro, that's like, why? Those fucking bags range from anywhere between 18 and 100,000. Like, that shit don't even
Nah, this is when I saw like on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Chris had one that wasn't even real. That's like it was literally like a sculpture, like a marble sculpture of a Birkin bag. I was like, why do you need that? Like you can't put nothing in it.
Bro,
she had it.
Bro, I'm not buying a $40,000, $50,000 bag for women to put a bunch of gum and receipts in that bitch.
That's all they gonna do.
Gum, loose change, receipts, you know what I'm saying? Some personal items and a wallet.
iPhone.
That's about it. That's all be in y'all purse for the most part.
They not finna do nothing with that.
I got plenty of sisters that tell me, go get this out of my purse. And that's exactly what you see. A bunch of kids' pictures, receipts, loose change, some personal items in a wallet. That's it. Ain't shit else in there.
I'm about to say, you can do that with, like I say, you can do that with that Dooney and Burke.
Shit, you can do that with your pockets for the most part. That's what most niggas got anyway. Loose dollars, fucking condom in the wallet.
There you go.
And ain't got shit else going on.
I ain't got what I got in my wallet. A whole bunch of credit cards.
But granted, I think the great Charlamagne the Guy made a great point. I don't know what I don't want until I can afford it. Like, I might not say I won't spend that on, you know what I'm saying, a girl or, you know what I'm saying, my wife or some shit like that, but I ain't got $40,000 to blow either.
Yeah, but that's my thing too. Like,
but I don't see me with $40,000 in excess
and
spend on one thing
that,
like
yeah.
that.
Like that's just like me with sneakers. I'm like, just because I can afford to get like resale, I'm not finna pay resale.
No, why?
Like I got them. I was like, there's been times where like I missed out on shit. I was like, I got it. But what am I gonna spend it for? Like
I'm cool on that. Like I'm
never look. I'd rather have like food. I'd rather have heat. I'd rather have water.
Like I tell people all the time, regardless of what you see me in, strong possibility, it definitely had a promo code attached to it.
There you go.
To knock percentage points off of whatever I paid for.
Oh yeah, cash back.
Every single damn near everything I have definitely came with some kind of promo code for 15 to 20% off.
Man.
Every single thing.
Oh yeah, like unless if I get something like sports wise,
even the graphic tees, guys, for your information, 15% off.
Like I'm not finna go into detail with this, but if I got like something sports related, trust me, I got it at a discount. I know somebody at the stadium.
Oh, talking about like Cowboy gear and stuff like that?
Yeah, Cowboys, Mavericks, whoever.
I got a homie that has a great discount at Nike right now. I don't pay wholesale for shit. Like, and this is the one thing, you in the shoes.
Yeah.
I like shoes casually, but it's a certain amount I'm spending. This is what I want everybody that buys shoes to realize. Shoes are like great art. LeBron's going to drop, let's just say LeBron dropped to LeBron 17, right? Yeah. He's going to drop 8 colorways. At some point, 4 of them colorways are going to go on discount.
Oh, like what is it? 18, like we on the 18s and like the James game colorway, that's already on sale.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Like he's on Kyrie 7. He's gonna drop 9 colorways. 5 are gonna go on sale.
Just get them then.
Get them then, and plus Nike is gonna give you a 20% off coupon.
The only guy, rest in peace to him, is our guy Kobe.
Yeah.
Now that you're
not getting those on discount because Nike's not even gonna drop those on the website. Yeah. They're gonna be on that sneaker app.
And you're gonna take a big L.
Because I went to try to get to see what the 5s was hitting on. The recent ones they just dropped.
If I ever do another episode, then I'll wear some Kobe's again.
Yeah, I didn't want to put no real shoes on today. I just wore Nike slides.
That's what I said. I wanted to put my Nipsey Hussle sweatsuit because I could finally wear it. So I put that
that's
on.
That's from his Puma line?
Yeah, that's from
Okay.
This the first one. This the first sweats. I ain't get them black and white ones. I was like,
his line cold though.
yeah.
I seen the
I got a gang of marathon stuff. But anyway. Yeah, that's like the whole point. I was just like this was on sale. Like I had the promo code for from Puma to get this suit.
I'm always looking for shit that's on sale.
Me too.
Your boy set his search from low to high. Not
Every
relevant.
time. Me
not
too.
relevance. Not
new.
No. Low to high. Every single time. And I'm gonna go through the whole thing. But definitely
like I didn't get the sneakers that went with the suit. I just got the cheapest sneakers I could, just as long as it matched with Puma.
Exactly, bro. You gotta be smarter about that shit.
Yeah.
But like you shouldn't be having conversations about shit like now some girl did make a great point when I was listening to Brilliance. She said that you're supposed to apply Sweetie's comments to your tax bracket, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But also you got to think about this. Sweetie is Sweetie. She has access. She's a very, very beautiful woman. Very.
Okay, we're gonna put this in perspective. Of course she a baddie. Second, she came from money. She probably had Birkins before that. Before the music, before Quavo and all that. Is it Quavo? Yeah, Quavo. So, of course, she could talk like that.
Of course. Ashanti can talk like that, too.
There you go.
Because I think Sweetie is the rap Ashanti. I said that like 5
She really
I said that like 5 episodes, though. Nobody want to agree with me.
Man, it's facts. I agree with you. Look, you got a +1 on that.
It's facts. Bro, nobody's checking.
The way you feel about Ashanti is the way you feel about Sweetie.
I'm not checking for no Ashanti songs. But I definitely don't mind seeing her on the gram.
There you go. Because I do not care about tap in.
I can't give you a Sweetie bar right now.
But like she keep on pushing tap in, and I swear that song like at least a year old by now. And I do not care. I cared more about her doing that Destiny's Child Halloween costume than I did about her music.
And I seen somebody tweet about her like, yo, she's trying so hard to be from the hood, but it's not really from the hood. She's using hood. She's trying to sell hood aesthetics, but not really be from the hood.
How? That's the biggest. I've heard that too, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she do try to push you from the Bay, but I'm like, she grew up mostly in Sacramento, and I was like, as a person who has family in Northern California,
the world's apart.
It's a big difference. Like,
yeah,
like I know, like Oakland's the hood. Richmond's the hood.
Yes.
Definitely the hood. Sacramento, yeah, it got some parts.
But not the part she grew up in.
But nah, not the part she grew up in.
It's kind of like
and then she went to San Diego State, which my cousin went there too. So I was like, I've seen San Diego State. I know that's not like.
Then she transferred to USC, right?
Yeah.
Which is
and I'm just
definitely
like,
in the hood.
Yeah, that sounds central.
Yeah. I kind of equate that to people who are from Louisiana but are not from New Orleans. I'm from Northeast Louisiana, Bastrop. I do not sound like anybody from New Orleans. There are cultural differences between North and South Louisiana.
And let me tell you about people from New Orleans. People from New Orleans will pretty much say if you're from Northeast Louisiana, you might as well be from Texas.
Exactly, because New Orleans is their own state.
They always say that.
Yeah, New Orleans is not part of Louisiana.
I've never not heard that from somebody from New Orleans.
Yeah, it's from New Orleans, Baton Rouge are their own entities for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sound nothing like a nigga from New Orleans at all.
I'm gonna keep shouting out Rumeal because this Jim Beam Vanilla is so smooth.
Smacking, ain't it?
I think you done seen me pour about 2 or 3 times.
Now, I ain't know if I was supposed to get a bigger bottle or not, but
man,
well, $15.
This is good.
That worked for you. But yeah, I just want people to stop projecting other people's, you know what I'm saying, feelings on them. Like, it's cool to say like, yo, that shit ain't for me. Like, granted, a lot of people be playing when they repost some of this shit. Because, of course, it's social media. We can have fun with the shit, but there's so many sensitive motherfuckers that you really don't know who's playing and who's really about this shit. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to be the next Justin LaBoy, to where I, goddamn it, don't have to show my face at all, but can still pack out a club or get a club walkthrough.
Yeah.
Not stupid that shit sound. As a promoter,
but it makes sense.
As a promoter, I would feel dumb as hell because anybody can
just
show up.
Just drop your name and just
anybody can show up. because I don't know what the fuck this nigga look like.
You just know by name only.
Yeah. And this nigga getting off merch, all this type of shit with no face.
See, and that's the funny thing. That's a very good example. Like the
I might be ugly. That might be
the Uncool Urban Podcast. That's why everybody says like I always see it, like the promotion, like the covers and stuff. Everybody's talking to Josh, and Josh is like, you know, Shad does all that stuff, right? He just doesn't say anything.
Oh, you do all the Photoshop and shit?
Yeah.
I need to link with you on some shit, man. 'Cause I got some ideas that's probably gonna take my shit to another level.
Okay, I got you.
I got some ideas.
But yeah, he always says that, and people just totally ignore it. Like, well, Shad don't say nothing, but you do. So what's up?
Yeah, I don't.
That's why he starts like he's like, yeah, I got to start putting you like on a kind of talking tour so you can start actually saying stuff.
I only get credit for talking. I don't get no credit for the other shit. For recruiting, for producing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I don't get credit for releasing it. None of that.
But like the conversations we have, it will actually shock people because we're like rooting for each other.
Yeah.
Like when he got the Voyage thing, like mine's finna come out like probably in a week or two.
I haven't told anybody about that on here.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. It's cool.
You got yours?
Yeah. I gotta submit the information. That's all I gotta say.
Hey.
I got a couple because I got everything except the images that they want. I gotta take like 2 more.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna do after we leave here, we're gonna knock that out. Then I'm gonna knock that out tomorrow.
So that like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blow up the spot. So that's you out there?
Where?
It's like a little makeshift.
No, not that. Fuck no. Fuck no.
I was like,
no.
That's what I was like. I was wondering what that was for because I looked over.
That's
I was
a little
like,
bit too much.
Who got all these like stage lights and stuff like that?
That's too much for a 1-page write-up.
That really is.
That's too much for a 1 page.
Because like, you know what's so funny? I outside of Bree, the photographer for our podcast, that's what most of my friends do. So I already had pictures.
I don't have because I only just take them in here. Like I really don't like taking pictures anywhere.
It's because I'm like, well, you know, like you see how I've always like how I dressed on the first episode. I had like the Kobe jersey, I had the Kobe's on. So yeah, I'm always willing to take pictures because I'm always showing off my gear.
Because I was about to rock a shirt, I was like, I rocked that last time. I was like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just going to the studio, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? But
like they get over there, they get. I know, like Josh used to get on me all the time. He's like, why do you just like they can't see you? And then all of a sudden the pictures come out. I was like, there it is.
Like y'all gonna see me with this hat for the
Now
most
you
part
see me.
every time. Like I really don't give a fuck sometimes. But back to we were talking about the Birkin conversation, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people gave Kim Kardashian flack for her 40th birthday party.
Oh yeah, with the hologram.
No, I'm talking about not the actual party.
The whole party.
Yeah.
But the hologram just took it over the top.
Yeah, that shit creepy to me.
That was creepy.
But just for that party,
when people said that Kanye wrote the script, I was like, you didn't have to tell me that. I could tell by when I listened to it.
I really don't care because as a person who's lost a parent, that shit will fuck me up.
See? And that's the thing that happened. They said they showed everybody and then they took everybody out the room and it was just the kids in there. And I said, of course.
That would have fucked me up.
I was like, yeah, you
emotionally, but then again, like, that's not the image that I had of my parent when they left.
Yeah.
Like, I like to picture my mom in a certain image. You know what I'm saying? Because she was, you know what I'm saying, down sick in her last days. But
yeah,
I like to picture her of the healthy woman that, you know what I'm saying, that I loved. You know what I'm saying? Not a hologramic image. That don't do nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. No. Like my homie that just passed, like literally last week. I wouldn't want to see him like that.
No.
I'd be freaking out. I was like, what?
Tupac Coachella, that's a little different.
Yeah.
That's just performance.
Tupac, what was it? Easy. Who else had one?
They tried to
I want to say ODB. Now that's different.
Yeah, they just performing. But the actual, like for me personally, like the sitting, no, I don't want to see that.
But like my homie, my aunts, like great aunts, no, I don't want to see
It's a great gesture by Kanye.
Because they always talk about, they dad, because everybody thinks it's a sex tape, but
he the one that put him and the OJ trial
put them on the map.
Put them on the map, especially. But we got to give credit to Kim, not to Kim, but to Kris Jenner, because
hustler of the year. No, what they say on social media, the devil works hard.
Nigga, Kris
Jenner work harder.
Kris Jenner out here working. Man. She got Robert Kardashian. She got 4 by him.
Yeah.
And then she went and got 2 more by
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner was an American hero.
Y'all gotta understand the
Bruce
divorce.
And worse,
She
my man
said, "Oh, I just went from like this rich and famous lawyer to the man on the Wheaties box."
That's what they spell. So I'm in the
Gold medalist.
I'm in the Wheaties I ate because I didn't know he was gonna do this. Like, damn, man. Like, honestly.
So
her 40th birthday was a big ass blowout. Now, granted,
I mean, they
that's what
had
you're supposed to do.
old BMW in there.
It's what you do when you have,
Money. Like
both.
No. I'm sorry. She's not rich. She's wealthy.
They both are wealthy. Her and Ye are very, very wealthy, individually and together.
Yeah.
But this is what you do especially what you do when you had milestone birthdays.
Yeah.
Like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. Like when you hit those.
Like mine would have been crazy if it wasn't for COVID. Like I wouldn't have. You think I would have been in Dallas at my house eating and just drinking at my house?
On my 30th birthday.
Man, I would have been in California really living it up like I was for my 28th birthday.
Like, and plus you gotta and to quote the great Charlamagne the God again, you gotta act your wage.
Yeah.
Like Kim can do that. Like they can rent out an entire.
And folks was really like roasting.
They can rent out an entire island, but it was like, yeah, you don't supposed to flaunt your wealth like that in a pandemic.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you crying about something?
No,
it's not yours.
Don't be selectively outraged though, because she's not the only one. Sweetie just told y'all believe niggas she ain't getting a Birkin. That's not insensitive.
That's very insensitive. So I'm sitting there like, but my thing is this: you're not like I'm not even a Kardashian fan. I'm like, I just said,
I don't care.
Keeping Up with Kardashians, I literally go to sleep.
I love their hustle.
Yeah, that's the only thing I admire from them.
They have figured out a way to be talented at absolutely nothing. But that's
they are promoting stuff like
they have 2 billionaires in the family. Well, close to billionaires with Kim and Kylie.
Kylie. Yeah. For doing what?
Putting their name on shit, basically.
Yeah, and basically stealing ideas, but that's like another show.
Yeah, B. Simone ain't work out for you.
Yeah, so, but that's my thing though.
She'll never come on this podcast. Never.
I think I just murdered it for you, my bad.
Never.
But it's true though, because they always get accused of, if it's not cultural appropriation, they get accused of stealing ideas. Every single, or not giving people credit.
But they got enough money to cover it up though.
Exactly, because I'm sure like whoever's like, that's my dress. Here goes the money for the dress and then some.
Yeah.
Here's 20,000. Shut up.
Yeah, sorry, B. Simone. She don't never come on here, bro.
Speaking of which,
we've lit her up a few times.
Man, let me tell you about B. Simone. First of all, I don't know, like, if you seen that stupid dance video she did.
Which one?
She did some video. I forgot what song it was.
Was it recent?
The worst. Yes, it was one of the worst. No. It was some of the worst dancing I ever seen. No. I never liked her after she was trying to talk about she could never date a 9-to-5 cat. And then I'm like, then you come out with a raggedy paperback book.
I'm not gonna knock anybody's content, right? But but what you have to, I do knock content. I'm not gonna lie. But in that context of where you saying you won't date a man that works on a regular job, you have to understand, like, that's 99% of working men.
Yeah.
Like, you have to understand, like,
and an entrepreneur at the end of the day.
You could be an entrepreneur.
That's pretty much what he's doing.
You could be an entrepreneur and working 9 to 5. Like, you don't have to be like, this is what people fail to realize. Even great entrepreneurs, the Buffetts, the Bezos, the Gates, like,
they still got to go to work.
They're still getting up and working within a set time period. Like, they're not up at 3 a.m. Like any wealthy person will tell you that you need a full 8 hours of sleep to function normally.
Like, what is it? Bill Gates still going? Like, when he go to them African countries, he's still going over there, got to work. They not going to get free water just because he say, here goes a few million.
I think her biggest issue is she don't know how to articulate things correctly.
Same.
What she was trying to say, but I would rather date a man who's in the same profession or field as me,
to where they had that kind
we have that kind of valuable time together. Those type of things that certain people don't understand. Like, it's people told me don't date inside the podcast world. Don't know why. Especially here in Dallas, though, they told me. I don't know why.
I got to be quiet on that. I don't do it.
All right. I mean,
I would do
it's your world, but you know what I'm saying? But that's also somebody that, if you were to get close to them, understands the inner workings of how this shit goes.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, that's all she really had to say. But then I just don't like when people like her or anybody else does two things. You apologize with an attitude like you weren't wrong, or you become a convenient Christian. Like
oh yeah, she definitely put the
when
verse
people was
up.
firing her ass up about the riots and shit. You become a convenient Christian when people be on your ass.
Yeah, she was putting verses up like a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
it
like
was
only
weird.
God can judge me. And plus, people was romantic. Now, granted, I get what they was talking about. People has romanticized the civil rights era, like it was supposed to, like it was all hold hands and shit. But motherfucker was dying. Like people was getting their ass.
And that was
beat.
the one thing. Like, look, I'm gonna keep plugging.
People keep getting their ass beat on a daily basis.
I'm gonna keep plugging the pod that we just did. But nah, that's the reason I was up there, like, about voter suppression and stuff like that. I was like, people died for that.
Yeah,
like
that
it was no just people riding on the bus. I said they blew that bus up.
Bro, the Freedom Riders almost didn't make it.
There you go.
It was almost a memorial ride. Shit, what do you mean? Like, and speaking of voter suppression, they in court right now trying to fight out hundreds of thousands of votes being counted in certain states.
They shut down a whole building in the middle of the day.
Especially in Harris.
It was closed.
That was in Atlanta?
I think that was in Atlanta.
And in Harris County and close to Houston, they trying to do that shit right now.
It's like, come on. But like I said, yeah, you're right. Like, people think it was kumbaya. Martin Luther King just had getting rocks thrown at him and saying nonviolent. I said, nah. People, like, them dogs was biting off people's legs and stuff. The fire hoses were real.
Even if you want to do it on the
they shot. Matter of fact,
this is what I say on a smaller sample. Even though Martin Luther King was nonviolent, they still shot him down like a dog in the street.
They did the same thing to Medgar Evers. They got him outside
his own home,
own house. He got out the car. He's walking up the driveway. Bam! That's when they got him.
They killed JFK for being progressive. Here in Dallas.
On
the grassy knoll.
They still don't know who did it.
No.
I still think it's a mob hit.
And they went ahead and killed his brother as well.
Sirhan in the middle of like a hotel. He was just, I think, what was he doing? Walking through the back. And they got him. I was like, come on, y'all. Civil rights movement was not just like John Lewis. Like, that's the reason we revered him so much, because he was like one of the few that didn't get killed.
John Lewis, damn that died when they cracked his goddamn skull.
There you go.
Open on the Edmonds Pettus Bridge.
But that's the reason we revered him so much. I was like, you the only cat from that era that didn't die.
Like, stop playing with people like that.
But then you talking about I ain't gonna vote. I said, that man busted his skull wide open. And you talking about, man, forget John Lewis. I ain't gonna vote anyway.
There's too many people that die for that. We can't keep letting those folks down. Them folks shouldn't be dying in vain because of us.
I feel that 100%.
Something else I want to talk about.
Say, I'm gonna say this real quick before we keep going.
What happened?
I'm surprised I've been talking this much.
For real? I got that effect on people,
man. Because I'm just sitting there like you don't understand. Like, I was sitting up there like looking back at myself like, shit, you talking,
still
bro?
Talking. Boosie on the Mike Tyson podcast, Hotboxin.
Yes.
How you felt about that? Because I got a couple different perspectives on that.
Tyson is me when I'm talking to any brother, because I literally sit there and, because again, you know, like I said, I keep bringing up my podcast mates, especially Josh. This stuff we talk about, I'll sit there all the time. I was like, why do what other people do bother you? You must be hiding something, or something's going on, because you shouldn't like if somebody gay, you shouldn't be jumping down calling them a faggot or something like that. It's not your house, one, and you're not in that life. So why do you care so much?
The space that Mike Tyson has gotten to is phenomenal. This is the same Mike Tyson that told somebody that he would eat their children.
Yes. He linked, like, what? Like, I'm trying to think about how he said it. He said, Boosie said his mama got on him about the way he talked. So Mike Tyson looked at him and said, so why do you say it?
Exactly. Like, and I say this often, and it's kind of hard to convey this message when I'm on this mic every week. Sometimes it's just better to just shut the fuck up.
There you go.
Like, even us with podcasts and people that got opinions, like, sometimes it's just best for us to just shut the fuck up sometimes.
Because if you don't like a certain person for their religion or something like that, it's not your life, bruh.
But I do like Boosie being receptive of what Mike was saying.
Yeah.
Because that shit could have went left at any moment if Boosie wasn't willing to be talked to.
Because how he was smoking and leaning back. Boosie didn't want nothing.
Mike
and I like how Mo 3 didn't say nothing either. And I said up there like, bro, why you gotta be like the typical Dallas Negro right now?
Like, you know, and the thing about Boosie is like, I'm pretty sure he got some shit that he dealing with internally. But you know what I'm saying? Niggas back
and
then.
Mo 3, that wasn't a diss. Because I know how those rappers guys get down. I ain't trying to diss you.
And you know, Boosie, like I tell people from all the time, I'm from Louisiana. Boosie was gospel from 04 to 09.
He really
like
was.
Then everything that he said, we roll with. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and plus when you revere somebody, you also got to call them out on their bullshit. Yeah. Just for the simple fact that I can't be a fan of the good and let you slide on the bad shit.
Because I'm like, you dying on hills you don't need to be dying
exactly.
on.
Like, granted, I understand that you were saying that Zaya Wade was too young to be
making those type of decisions. Granted, but then
Mike Tyson agreed with that. But at that point, that's as far as your opinion goes.
Yeah. Like, but that's not your house.
That's not your house. That's not your child. That's not the way that things are. Granted, this is what motherfuckers got to realize. Things are not the same as they used to be. The phrase, only the strong will survive, was a lie. Facts. Only the ones who are willing to adapt will survive. Adaptability is the number one key to survival.
And this the killer part about Boosie that kind of made him look real like hypocritical. You saying not to put sex on your child, but you said you put sex on your children.
Yeah, you went and got your son some head.
From an adult woman.
Which is, for the most part, statutory rape.
There you go.
For the most part. We being honest, it's rape.
And I'm just sitting up there like
14-year-olds can't consent. 12, 14-year-olds can't consent.
Because you had a grown woman come in there and blow your kids.
Yeah. Whether you paid them or not. If you paid them, that's prostitution on top of forcible rape. Performing sex acts on a minor. Those are real
Mike
charges.
Mike was just really like cocking his head like, bruh.
And Mike Tyson himself has been to jail for rape.
There you go.
Or sexual assault, whichever one you want to phrase it. He
straight up said that, like, when Boosie was trying to get a hood persona of, man, I'm from the gutter, man. He's like,
I'm from the gutter, too.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Like, I think the best thing that Mike Tyson did, which I think a lot of podcasters don't do, and a lot of us as friends don't do to our other friends as well, Mike Tyson made Boosie do something that I loved. He made him strip away all that aesthetics and the bullshit and asked him, who are you? Those are questions that you have to ask people. Take the money away.
Like the
fame away.
Like so far, this has been my like favorite Hotboxin episode.
Take all that other shit away. All the shit that makes you love Boosie. But who is Torrance?
Yeah.
Who is Torrance Hatch?
Who's the guy who was in what was the name of the jail he was at?
Angola.
Yeah. Who's that guy? Who was that guy when he got out?
Who is that? Like, who is the father? Who is the son? Possible the husband to somebody at some point. I don't want to hear the other shit. Like, strip away the other shit.
I don't want to hear the wipe me down. I don't want to hear Boosie
who
badass.
Are you?
Who are you?
When the lights go out at night, who are you when you sitting by yourself? And a lot of motherfuckers that's in that world, don't know. Because they've been touted as somebody else their whole life. And it's hard.
And that was the coldest thing, though. Because he had to sit there and be like, because of course, again, we get the craziness that he does on social media. We get the music and stuff like that, the whole Trillion T type stuff. And he was like, even like Boosie had to sit there and be like,
because nobody's never asked him.
No one's ever asked me this. Like he straight up stood up and just started shaking his hand. He was like, I gotta respect you for that. Of course. Because you were used to just people just accepting
the bullshit.
Boosie. Yeah.
That's how you know Mike Tyson been doing the motherfucking work. And I know he been doing the work because it's the same type of work I've been doing.
Yeah.
Same type of shit. And I think, to be honest with you, sometimes I think that type of work is a detriment to me on this mic sometimes.
Oh, nah.
Sometimes.
Because we need the raw.
Because sometimes I be wanting to shoot from just, you know what I'm saying, hook shot from half court. But when you do work like that, you become mindful of the shit that you're about to say sometimes. Even though I have a fast process in mind, I can slow it down just as fast as I can speed it up. Mm-hmm. So it's like, do I want to let that ride? I'm like, I don't know, man. But you know what I'm saying? I always caveat my shit by saying I'm working out ideas on this bitch. Because that's what you really do on the podcast for the most part. It's unpolished radio where you can work out your ideas. Work out shit that, you know what I'm saying, questions that you are normally not asked.
But yeah, that's like the beauty of that episode. It was really like I said, this is probably the one first one I actually ran back. Because again, Boosie, all the stuff he was saying, I didn't agree with. I was like, you are overly angry about this stuff.
Yeah.
You are overly aggressive. In my mind, it's always been like that. I don't care if you Boosie, whoever. I feel like you hiding something if you overly aggressive about something that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, they say if you overcompensate with your anger for something, you actually have a deep desire to be that, or you are that, but you're hiding it from somebody.
There you go.
You're hiding it from the public. He has a very, what they would say, a homophobic trend for the most part.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that he is, you know what I'm saying, gay or anything like that. But
that's the funny thing. You got
what could have happened.
Let's bring back this guy.
Okay.
Kanye. Mm-hmm. Kanye said that when he first came out, 03, 04. That's the first thing he said. About the pink polos and everything.
Yeah, people thought he was gay.
He said, I don't understand why there's such a big homophobia in hip hop.
Yeah, because I remember my dad told me I couldn't wear pink at one point because it was for gay people. Now, granted, he rocks it. Now he rocks pink. I do too.
Pink polo.
Yeah, he put pink button ups. He cool with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just an evolution.
Yeah.
And for Boost, I'm not saying that again, but what I think may have happened is that when he was younger, he might have seen some shit. Well, somebody that was gay tried him. You know what I'm saying? At an early age, but he, you know what I'm saying, he had to fight him or some shit like that, which could turn your whole perspective.
And he was in Angola. People. Who knows what he saw in there?
Hey, cocaine in the shower. That means niggas was riding dicks in there. So that will fuck you up.
Yeah.
If you go on to take a shower anywhere, the gym, jail, your own house. If you walk in that bitch and some niggas is riding dicks in that bitch, hey.
You beating on your chest, you yelling like I ain't gay.
You might think of somebody. You might have to. Hey, you're like, yo, this shit is not right. But that fucked me up.
For me, it's just always been
I said I was gonna tell the story last night. my cousin had an event. Okay. It was like Pain with a Twist type event, right?
Okay.
So you put it on Instagram Live. So I hopped on the live because I always try to support my peoples in anything that they do. Hopped on the live. I seen a dick and got off. Said nope. Couldn't attend this event. I'm cool.
I'm good.
There was a lot of women in that bill. I'm like, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Can't be a nigga.
I can't be a
Can't be the
this.
nigga in there recording. Nope. Too many dicks in there for me. It's one too many. It's one too many open dicks. And put it to you like that. My dick is mine, and it's put up. That was an open dick.
Oh man.
I was like,
nope. I feel you on that.
Had to get on up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have fun.
Yeah, he got it. I'm gonna text him about it too. But I just don't know how to actually approach the text message. So I got to shadow box.
Say, man.
I got to shadow box my way until I get a good answer.
How was the event?
Yeah. But how was the event, man? All went well. I'm like, did you see anything that made you want to keep doing it? Got a shadow box so you get the answer you want. So it's what it. But something else came up this week that I thought was fucking hilarious and phenomenal at the same time.
Oh man.
So Shaq broke up. It was a story that Shaq broke up with a girl because she asked him too many questions. I thought that shit was phenomenal.
I can see that.
I thought it was phenomenal.
I can see that.
For the simple fact that if I got to pay for everything, don't question me on shit.
He got too many hustles for you to ask too many questions.
Exactly. Especially if you just staying at home.
So that's why I say I respect that.
Especially if you just staying at home. Don't knock to anybody.
I said, he was just, he just posted a picture with the CEO of Raising Cane's. He's finna I feel like we finna get a Shaq commercial of him eating a chicken tender.
I don't want no more entertainers to go into food professionals. Selfish reasons. Because ever since Rick Ross been on the board and been fucking with Wingstop, prices keep going up.
Oh, man, you ain't lying.
Sit this one out, Rick. Don't mention lemon peppers no more.
Because lemon pepper all flats. That's up to $12, $13 now. That used to be a $10.
That's the extra $2 because they all flats.
Yeah.
That's why. You got to mix it up. Even then, if you do the
you
combo,
ruined it for us, bro.
in the combo, that's $15.
Yeah.
I know we talk like broke motherfuckers, but damn.
No, it's like when you used to that's a combo that was used to be like $10, $12.
That's like going to the dollar store and shit $5. Come on, bro. You better than that, Rose.
Come on,
You better
man.
than that. You better than that, bro.
So I understand that, yeah.
I get it, bro. I just thought that shit was amazing. That Shaq
But
just
nah,
said,
it's like,
don't
yeah.
question me.
I was like, he got the General commercial. You got Papa John's now. You are sitting there. You don't have to want for anything.
Shaq worked like he broke.
Yes.
General,
like
Papa John, Gold
he even talked
Bond.
about it on
He got the Big Shaq podcast. He's a DJ.
Yeah, he talked
He's
about
part owner of the Sacramento Kings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
but nah, he talked about it on Zero's last album. So I'm sitting up there like, you don't want for nothing. Cause he said he's retired and he's still hustling.
yeah.
And you sitting up here asking a million questions.
And I read an article.
Of course you're gonna get dismissed.
I read an article the other day that he was like trying to buy Reebok.
Yeah. He's trying to buy his own. Yeah, he's trying to buy his own brand.
Yeah, I mean he got the Shaq brand, but he's actually trying to buy Reebok.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that shit is magic.
Because like how many Shaq notices done, like how many Shaq shoes done came out like just this month? Like 3 pairs. Like different themes. Like he had the 4th of July type junk. He had the Halloween junk, and he had like another one. So I'm like, of course he wants to buy Reebok.
Of course.
And he's probably finna give a piece of it to Allen Iverson.
I mean, Chuck good. Like people
Chuck,
say
because they
Chuck
paying
good.
him for life.
Yeah, Chuck's good. Chuck has got one of those Derrick Rose contracts that he got from Adidas. He's good. Like Derrick Rose got like a 10-year deal.
I'm still wondering how Sean Kemp Reebok contract. They just came out with his OG Kamikazes.
She just got a nice little check, probably. He good.
Probably got a $20,000 check,
hey,
$20,000 check.
Any check that's unsuspected is good.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Sean Kemp is very content with whatever check that he decided.
I mean,
to
he
get.
ain't going to his kids, but
All right. That's a lot, bro.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Reason said some shit on the Breakfast Club that I'm kind of confused on. He was like that men should get more credit for being faithful.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about this because my homegirl.
Somebody hit you up about this?
Yeah, my homegirl hit me up about it.
Okay. What's your take on it? Then I'm gonna give you mine.
I just laughed because like she know my history like that, and she was like, you wouldn't want credit. I said, yeah, because of my own history. I'd be like, dang, I finally did it. I'm finally
That
faithful.
might be what people cross. Now the past might differ. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a reformed hoe, or you was hoeing in the streets, and you faithful to one woman now,
I said, look at me.
you do feel like
Look at me.
You feel like a nigga that was that was a crack addict for 20 years. Like it's an everyday sobriety.
I'd be up there like clapping like I'm in the finals. Like, come on, look at what I did.
But for somebody like me, it's like, ain't that the fucking bare minimum?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're looking at this through two different scopes.
That literally is like the bare minimum.
Barest minimum.
Just be real. That's it. Like when I've said that to people, like when I've said that to women, they literally like, what?
Yeah.
Just
not cheating is bare minimum. Because guess what?
Be real. Be
you
honest.
signed up for this relationship. Nobody put a gun in your head and was like, yo, you gotta be in this relationship. Either you was in this relationship by choice or you fucked around and had to get an ultimatum. And you took the wrong route, apparently.
Man.
Because I always tell niggas from when I was in college up until now, if you're in a relationship, I expect you as my homie. I got to hold you accountable for being faithful. But if you do decide that you want to be a hoe, be single.
Yeah.
And hoe all you want to. But don't be selfish.
There's no
And also,
there's no reason to be in a relationship.
the other point that I can't see Reason's point is because of the profession that he's in. Like you have to curve some of this shit sometime to profession. And profession, social status, and the amount of money. Because Chris Rock used to say a man is faithful as his options. So if I'm a young cat like Reason who has multiple ties, like he's on TDE, which comes with Kendrick, Schoolboy, SZA.
Yeah.
He's a rapper from the West Coast, which is very, very limited.
They throwing it at you.
Are the ones that's actually getting buzz and, you know what I'm saying, that actually gets busy on records and shit. And he's a great interview.
Yeah.
Like, of course. And you know what I'm saying? he not a bad looking nigga. He's not fucked up out here. He ain't Flavor Flav. So shit. And Flav got women.
He ain't crunchy black. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So he gonna get his fair share. Like it's gonna be like women that want successful men or like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you gotta break this down like this.
They're
no matter how much plastic is in that broad, DJ Academics, as I call DJ Wackademics, got a broad out here.
That shit seems so staged.
It's goofy because it's like I said. I was like, you got a clout chaser with a sack chaser. That's just how I feel about it.
I mean, I'm a very open and honest and liberated person. Like I really don't give a fuck about how many dudes or women that slept with. Right? That's not, and before me, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
But Academics gotta know. He gotta know.
He know.
This is a Black China Rob Kardashian scam.
It really
It's
is.
the 101, bro.
I mean, the fact that like in the middle of all of this, she talking about another dude. In the middle of all of this.
There's certain women you just know like that just like why you think niggas never cuff Cat Stacks?
Come on.
Even all the niggas that she name dropped never cuffed her.
And she left. She left the country.
For a reason.
What was gonna happen here? Nothing.
Nothing gonna happen here.
So she had to leave.
And act for
and
him.
when she tried to come back.
And I really don't understand like Academics route for the most part. I don't follow him. I don't really watch
whack.
I don't really watch Everyday Struggle like that. Like
that's probably again, this might as well cut this dude off your list. He on my Koofy list. And if you know what that is, shout out to Jim Jones. He on my Koofy list. I've said this before, if I ever get to that level and I run into dude, it's going to be a misunderstanding.
So Academics will probably never do this podcast either.
That's why I said, I'm sorry, but I'm about to say this.
It's a list of people.
I gotta say.
It's a list of people I'm building on. Like,
I gotta say that straight up.
Definitely one.
Because I'm like, bruh, do you know that we could physically see you, fam?
Yeah.
Because he talk a lot of smack.
Yeah, and plus you got to be honest about who you are. Like
he not.
Like I'm in this podcast game, right? I'm very critical of certain people, but I'm not threatening them at anything.
Yeah,
like that's not my word. Like I'm not
running up on me, and I'm like, really?
I'm not running up on nobody.
And I'm looking at like him, like, dude, what? Okay, if a cat ran up on you, what are you really gonna do?
And if somebody was to listen to this episode, feel offended, and smack me up, hey, I might have deserved it. But at the same time, that's not my intention. Sometimes I'm gonna say certain shit that's probably not gonna make everybody happy, but it's gonna be from a very honest perspective. Like that's why I fuck with people that have real life nuance and sense of humor.
Yeah,
because if you don't, you might be bad and one of the people that might want to smack me up. So, just like we're about to get into right now, let's talk about MAGA F Baby, Lil Wayne.
You mean Mr. Turtleneck Cardigan Man?
I don't know if I was more pissed off about what we're about to talk about or the fact that they was both matching the background.
Yeah, I don't know
which one I was more pissed off about.
Weezy matched the flag. I was like, what's going on?
But I find myself in a very hypocritical spot here. You know what I'm saying? Because, like we said earlier, the Trump campaign know how to drop a photo bomb like nobody else.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody else.
Like this is how funny it is with the effect of his quote unquote marketing. Kanye already said he felt tricked. He ain't rocking with Trump. And people are still like, but you took a pic with him, but you still talk to him. Do y'all know what Kanye and Kim were talking to Trump about? They freed about 4 or 5 people from prison. They were not hanging out with Trump. They were not siding with Trump. It was not no MAGA stuff. Well, no, Kanye was stupid enough to throw on a hat and hang out with Candace Owens, but Kim didn't.
Yeah, she ain't coming on here either. I blame
look, I pretty much defended her, but I did say she was.
Which time?
Yeah, I literally said she was boring. My bad.
Nah, I just don't. I think Candace Owens will be a great asset to either side, but it's just the same rhetoric. You're not adding nothing new to the conversation.
She's not saying
I'm saying you could be an asset.
I don't know who kept putting her tweets on my social media. I don't know. I need to look on that list of people that are following me. But I just kept seeing the stuff she was saying. I was like, You on like some real Uncle Ruckus
Cooning.
Like this is crazy.
There's a song on social media called Coons.
Like not even like the Terry Crews type of cooning. Like you just hardcore cooning out here.
He might not be coming on here either.
Like Candace, you not.
This
like,
list getting long.
Baby, you not white. I'm sorry, I'm name dropping like the game right now.
This list is getting long of people that ain't gonna show up on this bitch.
The game, might as well add him. But he is a name dropper. I'm sorry.
But Lil Wayne openly took a picture with Trump and said that he approves of the work that Donald Trump has been doing, and saying that the Platinum Plan is supposed to be the method that's going to help Black America. Look, man, Platinum Plan is 1 page, no details. That bitch is a bullet point. Now, granted, Kamala.
If you re-elect me, I will help Black people.
Yeah, Kamala and Joe got a 40-page detailed plan. 40 pages.
Got to think about it.
But again, 1 to 40. Granted, both of them could be some utter bullshit.
Let's run it back to the beginning of this program. Dave Chappelle told the joke best. Trump is not working for the people that got his flag and all that stuff in their lawn.
The motherfuckers that he left at that rally.
He's not working for you. He's working for Wayne. He's working for Ye. Who else was talking him up? 50, Walker. Q. He's working for people like that. That's who he's working for. He's working for those over 400K people.
Yeah, I feel conflicted for the simple fact that, one, I say I really don't give a fuck about who you vote for, right? But then again, I say, well, these motherfuckers are playing politics a week or 2 weeks out from the election. What was this energy 2 months ago? What was this energy a month ago?
It took Joe Biden saying that if you make over a certain amount of money, you're going to get taxed a certain amount. Now, that's what took, but it's like I've always said about, especially like most rich Black folks, those are the guys who lost their way. Those are the cats that forgot where they came from and all types of stuff like that.
Granted, you do supposed to protect your money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. I can't knock you for that, but just be honest with me though. Like, just be honest. Like, the rest of that shit don't matter. Like, if you want to say, yo, I think that his physical plan is better for me and my family at the type of income that I make, boom, boom, there it is. You still gonna get judged, but whatever. But to play politics, bro, I don't even think Lil Wayne is eligible to vote.
I don't think so either.
That's the problem. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
You just protecting your money.
And how much more are we gonna give leeway? Are we gonna give Wayne as well? Because when it comes to the Black Lives Matter shit, this is my problem. Like, it's just Wayne. He's out of touch. He only just watches Sports Center and do his do his skateboarding and just do his drugs.
Speaking of which, he has already condemned that there's no such thing as racism.
Yeah, I know.
So
why I'm not.
That's why I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, yeah, you just brought up a very good bullet point right here. Because I'm like, of course he don't. So basically, for anybody who's like really outraged, I looked at everybody like, are you really surprised? This man is really not in touch with reality.
Yeah, but then like, how we gonna give him a pass? Like, but you take your goof ass and take a picture with Trump and say the platinum plan is gonna work. Like, how in or out of touch are you really? Are you out of touch when it conveniences you or what? Like, be honest, bro. Like, know what I'm saying? Just be fucking honest with me.
Yeah, I was like,
I can't give you a pass when there's real life consequence to people dying in the streets. Black Lives Matter is a bare minimum out here in these streets. Bare minimum. As far as that slogan is bare minimum. Granted, I'm
care about Black people.
Always down for the movement. But on one end, when you say Black Lives Matter is not a real thing, the only thing they care about is you and your bitches. But you now all of a sudden want to have the betterment of Black people in your back pocket. Like, which one is it? Be honest with me. Like, I
gotta know.
I don't like being played with like that. And that's the same thing I gave Ice Cube smoke for the simple fact, like a month ago, you was telling them niggas to sit on their votes. Demand something for their vote. But you let the Trump campaign, which I do give Ice credit, I do give Cube leeway because that information was not supposed to come out. Like, Katrina Pearson was never supposed to tweet that Ice Cube was working with them. That was supposed to be some behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Right? I give you credit for. I really don't matter about you engaging with both sides, but don't play politics when it's convenient with you. And then for him to take his goofy ass on TV and say that he turned down a meeting on another Zoom call because Charlamagne said that he invited him on with Killer Mike, D.L. Hughley, Snoop, T.I., and all some other educated people on there that know more than you do. For him to say that, yo, I don't think me being on a Zoom call with other entertainers is going to do anything to further this, for the simple fact that it's other people that's worked on this too. Well, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of entertainers that I have looked for and will look for guidance on certain things.
Yeah.
Granted, a lot of people say, well, we should listen to...
And that's a good list you just named.
They're like, we shouldn't listen to rappers or we shouldn't listen to entertainers for certain shit. I got to give you pushback on that. Because if Beyonce would have said, you know what I'm saying, and she endorsed I'm rocking with Biden, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the funny thing,
and then we're going
to
to take it back to the civil rights era. James Baldwin was a writer. Harry Belafonte was an entertainer. Sidney Poitier was an entertainer.
Bill Cosby, before we knew what he was doing.
Before he was doing what he was doing, was an entertainer. Richard Pryor was an entertainer. Eddie Murphy has donated money to the NAACP. Like, think about it. You can't pick which entertainers work in your favor versus the ones that don't work in your favor, because now you're a hypocrite.
Exactly.
There are certain entertainers that you can listen to that's more educated on certain things than you, or put people that are more educated in the forefront, like what Puffy is doing with Dr. Wes Bellamy. Putting people in the forefront, just giving the resources to do the rest of the work, because Sidney Poitier and motherfucking Harry Belafonte knew that they couldn't be on the fucking street protesting. But they can put the money in people's pockets to make sure that they get the food that they need to get the motherfucking airtime possible on TV. And Marlon Brando, got to throw him in there too. They was all putting money in the right people's hands.
I laugh about Marlon Brando because what Quincy Jones said about him and Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah, Quincy was letting the clip go.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, okay.
But you get what I'm saying though. Like,
yeah,
you put the right people in position. There, I will listen to Killer Mike any day when it comes to anything about social justice, and definitely for the betterment of black people, before I listen to Ice Cube. That's just a simple fact. That's just a simple fact of the matter. Like, for you to sit there and call Killer Mike and T.I. and even Charlamagne, who are way more, and to be on a Zoom call with the possible VP and Cedric Richmond, who's actually that's going to receive your information that you're giving, for you to turn them down on some ego shit was pointless.
It really was.
Because that's all that is. Niggas want
You basically talked all 2020, and you had the opportunity
to let your burdens off,
and you just said nah.
And for them to tell you wait till after the election, what else they gonna tell you? They don't have any power. In the Trump campaign, the sad part about that, he could be unemployed in a couple of days. That's the conundrum.
But again, it's like we've been talking about through the show. That's the hill you want to die on. Like, really?
And Donald Trump has given you a sample size, 3.5 years of sample size to let you to all of us. You know when his platinum plan came out, right around the time I'm pretty sure that he met with Ice Cube.
Yeah, I believe it too.
The contract with Black America isn't
once
bad.
Once he heard that that Biden tax plan, he probably said, because that's normally what he does. He wrote down one page and said, "Get this out."
Yeah, and I actually went to Ice Cube website to look at the contract with Black America. Not bad, but that's not the hill I'm dying on.
Nah, not at all.
Even if you got Dr. Claude Anderson behind you, who wrote Powernomics, that's not the hill. I'm not. And the day after Ice Cube said that shit, Dr. Claude Anderson went right on the Breakfast Club and said that Jared Kushner reached right out to him too. He turned it down because he knew it was some bullshit. And Claude Anderson is way up in age.
And this is the thing that makes me laugh about this whole situation. Again, Ice Cube been talking crazy all 2020. This is a huge contrast from 30 years ago.
Fuck the police going straight from the underground.
America's Most Wanted. This is a different guy, y'all.
We talked about this. I agree with evolving. We agree on that, right? We agree that you have to evolve. But with him, even if he wins re-election, I hope not, you still could have got that meeting because you Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Me and you can't get that meeting.
Eazy-E literally went to a White House, was invited to a White House dinner.
Correspondence dinner.
Come on, y'all.
You're going to get that meeting.
Because, again, you're Eric Wright. Like Eazy-E said, man, I just gave some money.
You're O'Shea Jackson. You're going to get that meeting. Shit, you was in the Triple X. You say the United States. You gonna get that meeting, bro. Let's be honest.
He's sitting up there like, I'm like, you don't have to buck and jive. You don't have to buck for this.
And now, and this is how I knew he was wrong, because anytime that you're wrong as an entertainer, what's one of the first things that you do? It's either you issue your apology or you take your ass on an apology or an explanation tour.
Yeah. And he was just sat on social media just doing that over and over again.
And another thing that made me mad about
and
shit
all
like
his
that,
son did was talk about go Lakers.
Exactly. That's how you distance yourself right there. Just go Lakers. And another thing that pissed me off was like, people want to have revisionist history when it comes to being Malcolm X as well. Granted, Malcolm X was on the wrong side of a lot of shit for a lot of years.
And that's why they killed him.
And guess what?
Because he woke up.
When he went to Mecca and started talking about banding together with other, outside of just being with your black people, but also seeing that everybody out here in the world that could be an ally wasn't fucked up.
Let me plug a book, because I wouldn't be me if I wasn't plugging a book. Actually read the autobiography of Malcolm X, written by Alex Haley. Mm-hmm. Actually read that book. You want the cheat sheet? Watch the movie. Watch Spike Lee's Malcolm X.
There's multiple documentaries as well.
Yeah, but just that main book right there, please read that book. Like I said, I'm going to keep shooting it back to my podcast mates. I literally gave Josh that book for Christmas last year. Yeah, and plus they didn't kill Malcolm. I mean, they didn't kill Martin Luther King for motherfucking marching. They killed him for trying to talk group economics. Yeah, he was in Memphis for the Poor People's March. Yeah, he was in there for sanitation workers.
Yeah, but he was also leading up to that talking about black people making more money, becoming more.
Y'all do y'all research. Look up the actual speeches he was giving, like in 1967. He was tired
the night before.
Yes,
he had literally a speech the night before he was killed, which is fire.
He was tired,
which is when he said he might not get to the mountaintop. Fire ass speech. To be honest, there's only a few people that I would really. But
we all got the clip. But I said, listen to the whole thing he said.
My 7th grade teacher had to play those recordings in class. Like the whole speeches about, like, this is not even doing Black History Month. This is just because he was an older man. Like, he was born, he was around like a student in college around those times. Excuse me. So we had to listen to those. Like, because we understand the magnitude that this shit is. Like, let's just be real. Like, I don't think you should lean on celebrities to do your bidding. But you can lean on them to get information, and you can build on that information.
But yeah, that's the whole joint. He literally, like, I'm saying, like, I know we see the We Shall Overcome. He's arm in arms with, like, clergymen and stuff like that. But 1967, 1968 Martin Luther King, he was like prime LeBron.
he was in pocket, boy.
Like, he was on the money.
I Have a Dream speeches pales in comparison to some of those last speeches in his latter years.
Man, because that's why I always laugh at they try to contrast Martin and Malcolm.
That was the same in the end.
Yeah, at the end of everything.
And to be honest, Martin Luther King got more done because he was willing to engage with both sides.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem with engagement on both sides, but what hill are you ready to die on? Like, let's be honest, Martin and Malcolm, Malcolm didn't have a lot of pleasant things to say. He didn't.
And that's because
Martin was an Uncle Tom up into those last couple years.
Like, I'm going to straight up just say it. To me, I think Elijah Muhammad had him kind of brainwashed. Like, that's how I honestly feel about it, because I sat there like when you listen to the stuff.
Yeah, because Elijah Muhammad's whole thing was built on do for self.
Yeah,
which I get and understand, which I threw.
And that's the whole thing. Like, because again, this he was kind of on the Bill Cosby spectrum for me.
Damn,
he was doing dirt. He was doing dirt.
Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah, he was doing dirt.
Malcolm, I mean,
he had baby mamas that was way younger than him and whatnot. Yeah,
that's what really drew the line in the sand between the two, because
he was like, man, you supposed to be this man. I'm supposed to be following you.
Exactly.
And this is what you're doing.
Yeah, I remember
people are coming to my house saying they having yo baby.
Yeah, because I remember watching this. I think it was a movie or documentary about how close Coretta Scott King and Betty Shabazz got afterwards, and she asked him about Malcolm ever stepped outside of the marriage, and she was like, nah, never. She was like Martin, and she kind of like put her head down. Of course, we heard the tapes.
Yeah,
we heard the tapes. But you know what I'm saying? That's just
hey, because like I said, I'm gonna keep on referencing. So, because I know y'all sitting up there like these Negroes just talking. No, there's actual FBI documents of all of this.
In '99, the motherfucking CIA or the FBI was criminally indicted for being responsible for Martin Luther King's death.
Yes, the King family got a settlement for that,
and they've been good ever since.
Ever since.
And everybody want to be, and like Dave Chappelle said, let's be honest, Martin Luther King died broke. Malcolm X died homeless and broke because the house that he lived in was owned by the nation.
Yeah.
Betty Shabazz didn't make any money until after the autobiography of Malcolm X came out. Then when she was able to actually afford a home that wasn't based off the nation. So before you want to be a revolutionary, no, it ain't no money in pilot. It ain't no money in civil rights.
They was wearing the suits. That was paid for. That was funded.
Yeah, Tamika Mallory will tell you that right now. She don't make no money from that. Until Freedom get a lot of donations to help her and those people stay, you know what I'm saying, in certain places. But for the most part, she probably make her money from like speeches and interviews and things like that.
That's why D-Ray still wear that dusty sweater. He wear that dusty bubble vest.
Him and Sean King be having like some questionable shit on their hair from time to time. But I ain't gonna go down that road.
Yeah. That's like I said, have me back. We'll talk about them too.
Yeah, man. Literally next week.
I am not a big fan of Sean King.
The world is probably gonna be changing in a few days. For the better or probably or continue on for the worse.
This feels like a Dragon Ball Z episode.
It does.
It really does.
Because next time we see each other, some shit gonna have changed.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So
we're
talking pre everything.
Of course.
So we're gonna have that post.
Yeah, man. That's all I really had, bro. What all y'all got coming up next?
We got, of course, episodes coming out in the next. We basically drop every week now. Especially during the pandemic, we had no choice but to keep going. Like I spilled the beans on Smiles' Voyage
interview is up.
Mine is coming up, and if I'm not mistaken, the pod as a whole is coming up. So, like I said, we just basically been working this whole pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of people took breaks, and I noticed it.
And we said no.
And I took shots at that last week. Not at them, but for the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about segmented podcast. Like something that's strictly based on like mental health. Something that's strictly based on relationships. Some of those people still trying to drain lemonade out there dried up lemon. Like granted, it don't work like that.
And we just like straight up changed the game.
Yeah.
We went from every other week to every week.
You know what I'm saying? It feels good to come out every week, don't it?
Yeah. Like this is way better. Cause like I said, we just literally sit there and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this, and this.
Yeah.
And look how like the feature and look how like now we're getting featured in things and the numbers went up like dramatically.
I'm about to see if mine gonna go up. I hope so.
Man, I think yours gonna go up.
We gonna see.
Cause like I know for a fact, me and Josh definitely push Inebriated Geniuses.
Of course,
you done had all of us on here.
I love it.
Even E-Ray.
Yeah, because I'm actually it is wild. I'm actually building like relationships outside of the mic, which I like. There's a lot of people that I'm actually have gotten closer to outside of these mics.
You know what's so weird?
It's fun.
Still don't do that.
What?
I feel so weird. Like I'm one of the podcasters. Like they'll talk to Josh, and I'm still like.
Well, I'm the point man on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
I have to be, but it also would help if you were a little bit more like active speaking because it might bring in a whole new recruiting pitch.
Because like how we talked mostly politics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can talk about. Well, we can all talk about
like
it all.
The last episode. That's why like people like all three of us did really well.
Yeah,
but I know like shout out to Lo from the Inaudible Ruckus podcast. Yeah. He got at me personally said, "Man, you had some really good questions."
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key to a great interview. It's questions that nobody else is thinking.
And I was just laughing, and I was kind of like laughing about it. Cause I'm like, it's because I actually talked about something I want to talk about.
Yeah, and there's also two things. It's questions that nobody else is asking. It's questions that everybody want to know.
Yeah,
those are the like you can like. There's a subtle way of doing this, a direct punch you in the face type of thing to do it. I've done it both ways, and I felt like an asshole when I was punching somebody in the face with it. But as I was told, that's part of the game.
I got to stick and move. I'm still sticking.
Oh, yeah, you shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Shadow boxing cool if they gonna actually engage.
Yeah.
But if they kind of hesitant though, I got to punch you in the face to wake you up.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to check out and be staring at these black.
Got to Roy Jones. You got to Roy Jones people sometime. Yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all just dropping. Y'all dropping every week now. Y'all got an merch website. Anything?
The merch. You got UncleUrbanPodcast.com. You got theUncleUrban.com, which is just the brand site. The merch is coming.
Mine too.
If SBA can hear me,
nah, fam.
please give me a real loan company.
That money gone.
They sent me like basically them Suge Knight contracts right now. They trying to get me. Yeah, they trying to get me good. So but the merch is still. I'm gonna make it work.
Our merch is coming, but it's gonna come at a point where I feel comfortable charging people a certain amount.
Yeah,
because I don't feel comfortable charging nobody a certain amount of money for something that I won't fucking wear.
Thank you.
Like that don't make no sense. See,
because look, I'm gonna give you an example. We have a Teespring shop. That shit's so trash, bro.
Know what I'm saying? Like,
cause like I know I done talked about how I dress all the time, but you done had me about twice. You know me. You done seen how I come in the room. I was like, I ain't wearing that shit.
Like I do for the most part. We all sweat.
I ain't wearing it. Yeah. I ain't wearing that shit. Like that's literally what I looked at. And I was like, I'm not wearing that.
Because I got designs.
Because Josh showed me the hoodie. He showed me the shirt. And I said, hell no.
This ain't it. Like I ordered, like, even this backpack I got. This was a sample. This bitch is 50 bone. I'm not selling nobody this. It's too small. It's limited to what you can do with it.
See, like this shot glass is dope.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with this.
And it's custom.
I love it.
Because I was able to go in and make it myself. And it looks better when you put liquor in it, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna probably do that before we get up out of here.
But yeah, man, that's all I really got, man. I appreciate you for coming through. I appreciate Smiles for hitting me. Let me know that you want to do a tour. I kind of feel like he pushed people to me just to get a media train. That's what I feel like sometimes.
Oh yeah, he really do.
I get you right.
But me personally, he was just like, Shad, don't talk. And I said, the reason is, I said, you get to do the fun shit.
Yeah.
I'm always doing the business. I'm stressing over money.
Yeah, last week I probably got uninvited to a lot of podcasts by my own admission. Because I said, literally, if you're having segmented conversation that's not nuanced and not gonna expand on anything, don't invite me. You know what I'm saying? I'm testing
Rumeal's
theory. It
do look good.
I told you it look better with that, man.
It look good with the Jim Beam in it.
Yeah, but all right, Shad, man. That's all I got, bro. But let you get up out of here so I can lead too. I appreciate you for coming through, and we got to do this again. Hopefully, now y'all got to let me come on now, man. I done had y'all on twice. Now y'all got to let me come on.
Oh hell yeah! But definitely, we gonna. You know what? I know I done made myself an unofficial guest of the show.
Yeah,
we gonna do a post election.
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get it in that way.
We gave y'all a pre. We definitely gonna do a post election.
Yeah, man.
Let y'all know what we thinking.
100%. But yeah, if you listen to this podcast, you think that we made some great points and you agree with us, then great. But if you listen to this podcast and think, who the fuck gave Rumeal 2 degrees, then remember I'm always drinking as well. It's been another episode of Inebriated Podcast. Thanks for listening.